Hey guys, Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Today I'm just messing around with this a little bit. Got to get that valve that's stuck open, so I got to take that out. I wanted to clean the inside of this intake. Got 1 bolt, 2 bolts, 3 bolts out. But guess what? This one's really stubborn and it's stripped. So I want to try to find another way for me to get the crap out of here. Maybe suck it out or something like that. Or I don't know what I'm going to do to get it off. Or I was contemplating grinding that nut out, getting the intake off. There'll be a stem to the bolt sticking out, and maybe that way I can get it out a little easier, you know. But I can't get this out, you know. Impact, everything. Can't get it out stripped. So I'm thinking about just grinding that out, and we'll see. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to take that cover off and try to get that valve unstuck. Got the cover off. And there's another cover. What the heck? How about that, huh? Large flush. Part of that. Alright, there it goes. Just looking at it. Is that missing something there? That spring looks stuck, doesn't it? Is that missing a cap? I'm gonna poke around in there. So I'm rotating the flywheel. Trying to. There you go. That's compressing, right? And retracting. And top one's pushing, but it doesn't retract because that spring is not pushing it back, see? But if I took a screwdriver, I could pull it back. See that? So now I have space here, so I'm just gonna slightly tap the valve back in, slightly. So now it's closed. I'm just gonna keep working it, you know, back and forth, so that whatever is getting it stuck loosens up. I'm gonna spray some PB Blaster in there and see if we can loosen that up on its own. Valve's really sticky. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to try to remove that spring in the entire valve and clean up the stem, because there's something getting in the way of the stem, you know, that, cause look. So I'll rotate it, right? Bottom one's open. And top one opens, but there's some resistance, see? So then I'll move it a little bit more. As you can see, it's not closing. But it's so loosened up, I can just go like that, and it closes, you know? Opens on the bottom and closes. As that closes, this top one opens, but it doesn't close. It doesn't close until you whack it. See that? So I don't know how to remove that spring to get that valve out. I'll figure it out. So I flipped it on its side, and I'm blasting PB Blaster in there to lubricate it. At the same time, I'm noticing that inside the valve stem, there's a lot of corrosion and stuff that's built up over a while. Corrosion and carbon. So basically I've been using this small screwdriver, flathead, and just grinding down some of the carbon that's built up on the stem. And that's what's been causing the stickiness of it, is carbon buildup on it, you know? So basically I'm just slowly smoothing this out a little bit more so that it's not catching, you know? That's basically what's been happening. It's been catching, you know? Down close to that part where it sucks in, you know? So I've been at this for a while, and I think I'm making some progress here. So check this out. I'm not touching it, right? So look, I'm rotating it, and it's going down by itself and seating tightly. Back up again. I'm going to rotate it all the way then. And here we go. Goes up. And it goes back down again by itself and seating nicely. So I think I've got it, you know? I think I've fixed the valve without taking that out. And without taking this out, because I used compressed air, that was the air compressor going off, and I used compressed air, closed the valve, blasted it, some dirt flew out that side, closed the valve on that side, blew air in it, and blew out that side. And I also blew air in here, and nothing came out here, except, you know, some small particles, but not major, you know. So I'm pretty confident that there's nothing in the intake manifold, so I won't have to remove it after all. So I'm just going to put the bolts back on. Looks like I've loosened up the valve, and that was the reason why I wasn't getting any compression out of this side of the engine, because the valve was stuck open, obviously. So now it looks like I've fixed the valve. It's not stuck open, and it seats correctly when by itself when it's rotated. So I'm going to do some more cleaning just to get it perfect, you know, and put the heads back on, and maybe we can start building that Nicky carb that Pete gave me. Yeah, work in progress. It's coming along though. Glad there's no major catastrophic issues there so far. So it's a work in progress. I'll get that engine going. It's just going to take some time. Thanks for following me, guys. Follow me on Instagram at Mowers Blowers. See you guys next time.